Shout out to Mr. IC. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Tuesday night speedrunning here on the Nick RP stream. It's been over a week since the last streamed, but there's a reason for that. I mean, part of it was there was a marathon over the weekend called Prevent-a-thon, and it was really good. I did a lot of work for it. I did a run as well, and it was very successful. There is a lot of money. Very, very pleased. But also, I've been very busy in the background of the room I'm in. I'm hoping you folks are gonna enjoy. Let's do this! Hello, everybody! Welcome to the new and improved studio. Yeah. Hi, I hope so. Yeah. Welcome to the studio. Now, the layout hasn't changed. The computer's still in the same space. Everything's back to where it was before. But you may notice there are some new additions.
Something happened to me last Thursday when I was driving home. I had a couple of miles to go. I looked up and saw a glowing orange object in the sky to the east.
I think it was the sun. Oh, wait, no, the sunset. Does the sunset in the west? Yeah, the sunset's in the west. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. What could the guy be talking about? We just don't know. So yeah, let me move my chair a little bit. And yeah, you may notice there's some cubes. There are pretty empty cubes at the moment. But there are now cubes. And if I do a bit of a swippy swappy, where is it? Whoopang, there we go. You can see that we now have a little bit of mess on the bed. Ignore all the stuff on the bed. That needs fixing. But we now have this lovely back wall. I kind of need to get some more light on it. Because yeah, it kind of looks a bit dull. But I'm working on that. Don't you worry. I'm working on the lighting. Yeah, this is all of this acoustic sound paneling that I've been teasing for months. We bought this like 6 months ago and decided not to put it up until we decorated. Well, I had a week of holiday. My father-in-law came down, and together we completely redid. I say completely redid this room. We redid a lot of this room. So the main things is this left wall, this wall on this side. Obviously the boxes have gone up. But also the wallpaper's come down and that's been painted the same grey. Both the other walls have all had one extra coat of grey so that it all matches correctly. We were like pretty much bang on with the colour that we got, but it was just very slightly darker, and it was good to give it a top up anyway. All of the painting's been done, all of the side, the doors and the skirting boards and all of that. I've done so much painting this last week. My father-in-law and Heidi put up all of the acoustic paneling, which I think you'll agree looks really cool. As I say, once I get some more lighting on it, we need to get some more lighting in the background now to kind of light it up a bit. I have an idea for what I want to do with it, but it's going to take some time to get it prepped. I need to find my other. I'm pretty sure I bought two. Pretty sure I've got two floods. The floodlight, the pink floodlight that I've got, I'm pretty sure I've got a second one. Actually, that pink floodlight isn't really hitting. I wonder if I've got the remote for that, because it looks a bit dull. I have found since, like, resetting my computer and plugging stuff back in. I say resetting my computer. I didn't reset my computer. I just, it became unplugged and it was off for the better part of a week. I come back to the stream and my webcams have been renamed. They're back to their default names. I renamed them. I had to use a program to name them, like, front and side. So, yeah, they didn't work when it first came on. I thought that remote was in my top drawer, but apparently it's not. It's in my. I wonder if it's in the second drawer down. Now I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't work well with the hexagon panels. The light. If I can find the remote, the light does change color, but it only changes color if I can find the remote. Also, just so happened at work, one of my work colleagues is leaving and had their work drink, sort of work drinks after work tonight, so I got home late. I'm also ill, kind of. I've been sort of going in and out of a really awkward illness, which has been horrible for the most part. All right at the moment, I'm just a bit achy. Very achy. No. No, I've checked all three drawers and I can't find it. I do have a cabinet on my right. No, one I'll have to revisit. But I do have a second one of those floodlights that I use. So what I'm probably going to do is try and set up the other floodlight on the other side of the room to hit white against that back wall, and that will the other thing, I do have some like LED strip lights, and the intention is to put that across that back wall as well. We'll see what happens. But the big change, the big huge change, I don't know if anyone remember. Let me see if I can bring up a photo. I don't know if anyone remembers me showing you what Heidi's area of the room looked like. Because this is the biggest transformation. I actually shared a photo on Discord the other day of what it looked of the current state of it, because we taken everything apart. Let me just go to the Discord server and get that picture. It helps if I'm in my Discord server and not a different one. Stream discussion. There we go. That's the one. So let me open that up, and hopefully, I have no idea if my desktop scene is set up correctly at the moment. We'll find out. If you're... Well, that clearly didn't work, did it? Why? What's going on? What's going on there? Why is that just done that? Where's my desktop edit scene? Middle monitor. Ah, there we go. So I just selected middle monitor and then suddenly it worked. So that was the picture that I shared the other day. So that picture is pretty much taken from where this webcam is. So that's my desk and Heidi's desk underneath all of this all of this plastic wrap. So that was all shoved out of the way. So originally in that corner, when we first moved in, it was inbuilt wardrobes, and they were horrible. They were shite. They were badly designed. They were badly put up. They must have been put up like 20 years ago, and just no one had ever bothered to do anything with it. So it was like day 3 of being in the flat, I ripped them all down. Being in the house, I ripped them all down because I hated it. There was no carpet underneath. Obviously, the paint was all green and horrible. It was just a mess. We just plonked Heidi's desk in there. I was hoping I might have a picture of what Heidi's desk looked like in there. I don't think I've got one. Let me check my Google Photos, because they're all kept there, I think. How do I even get to... I hate Google. I go to my Google Drive and there's no link to photos. Like, why are you a piece of shit? Why don't you think I don't want to look at... Why would I not want my photos? My calendar's attached to my Drive. Never mind, we won't worry about it. But yeah, we just plonked Heidi's desk into that corner. Put up for our room when we first moved in, we had no curtains, so we bought a temporary curtain from IKEA. It's just a concertina. It's just a concertina bit of material. I do realize, of course, anyone watching on the vertical stream, you can't see shit. You just see me chatting. For anyone on the vertical stream, copy link. There you go. If anyone on the vertical stream actually wants to look at what we're talking about, there you go, because I realize you can't see shit. I will start playing the game when I'm good and ready. Thank you very much. I spent a whole week sorting this fucking room out. You can sit there and listen to me talk about it. So yeah, plonk the desk there, put the bit of shit there, and that's how it's looked for ages. So now, if I go back to, hang on, if I go back to my webcam, there we go. I'm going to swap webcams back. If I push the right button to swap my webcam back, that probably helps. There we go. Is the stream okay? I'm getting, like... OBS is being very jittery all of a sudden. Apparently I accidentally dragged a URL into... it still seems to be jittery for me, but I don't know if that's also going out to the stream. It's like, if I make any big movements, I don't know. Why would you do this to me? But yeah. So if I take the camera and voila! Oh, get it out from behind the camera. There we go. So now all nicely painted the same. That's now a built-in desk, built-in worktop. Heidi's dad did an amazing job putting that in. All those shelves, Heidi's dad did pretty much the whole of that corner whilst I did everything else, essentially. Not everything else, but that was pretty much that's how much work he had to put into it. But yeah, it's like such a transformation. It's amazing. I'm so grateful for all the work he put into it. And yeah, that's why I've been gone for a week. Yeah. Now you know. So yeah. All right. Let's play some games now. I say I'm assuming everything looks okay for everyone. Am I dropping frames or anything? Oh yeah, I've dropped like 362 frames. I don't know if that's bad. It's only 0. Oh, I'm still dropping frames apparently. Why am I dropping frames? What is wrong? Just going to quickly check Task Manager in case there's something. Oh, my GPU's at 100%. Why is my GPU back to being at 100% again? We fixed this. We fixed this being overloaded. Why is it now doing it again? I don't get it. And it's only getting worse. I might quickly restart the stream and restart OBS because this is probably only going to get worse before it gets better. I don't understand why it's my video codec. I might have to stop one of the I might have to just stop one of the streams. Let me just check both streams. Yeah, it's claiming that YouTube's not receiving enough. Why is this doing this now? I turned my computer off for a week. Yeah. I turned my computer off for a week. It's had a rest. It's had a rest. And apparently it's shit. All right, I'm just going to quickly restart the stream. Sound is, at least the sound's all right. That's something. Right, I got to make sure I go to auto stop is switched off. I got to make sure auto stop is switched off of both of the YouTube streams. Right. Okay, we should be back, but my GPU's just gone straight up to 100% again. I don't understand why. Like, as I say, we fixed this. We fixed this like several weeks ago by getting rid of all the shadows, and now apparently the problem's just come like back again. Until this resource manager thing comes in, I can't really do much. I'm gonna have to, unfortunately, it does mean I'm gonna have to cut one of the YouTube streams. So whichever, probably the vertical one, because the vertical one's a different output. It's a fucking joke, isn't it? Absolute joke. I don't understand. Synthfar, hello. My new favorite person. Right, I'm dropping. apologies to anyone who's watching the YouTube vertical stream. There will be no vertical stream today. If you do want to watch, head over to twitch.tv/NickRPGreen or go to my channel on YouTube, and there is a horizontal YouTube stream that you can watch instead. Bye. See what that does. That has knocked my GPU usage down. It went to 69% at one point. Nice. That has certainly helped. So we're going to stick with that. I do just quickly need to redo my web. Yeah, of course there was no audio. That scene doesn't have any audio. Doesn't have an audio source. That'll do. And now live split's not showing up. I've got live split. What has happened? My computer's had a rest for a week. It's had a rest. And I come back to it and nothing. Oh.
After the SUV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim.
Apparently so. Right, where is live split? Why are you not showing up?
High-tech special forces unit.
Because it's trying to find livesplit.exe instead of livesplit.exe. Seriously? OBS cannot find the window livesplit.exe, but in the list is a complete duplicate livesplit.exe. That one works? The fuck? Does my controller? My controller layout work? Yeah, at least that works. Oh my god.
Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation, and a formidable gunfighter.
And a mill. Oh, thank you. I will try and spend some time tomorrow getting this back up and running properly. I just do not understand what is wrong with the GPU hitting up. Anyway, the reason we're back on Metal Gear Solid 1, I did this run for Prevent-a-thon over the weekend. It was MGS1 Extreme. It was okay. It had some issues, but it was a lot of fun. Everyone seemed to enjoy it. But I still don't actually have a decent PB of this run to submit to speedrun.com. So that is the intention. This may be a one and done because, as I said, I'm not feeling fantastic. I am very tired. So it is going to be a shorter stream. So let's get on with it. Oh, but before I do, because otherwise I'm going to forget, in the chat just a second ago, Synthfar said hi and made themselves known. Synthfar, you may notice that you have a nice shiny VIP badge next to your name. If anyone remembers some recent MGS3 runs, specifically it was the trilogy run that I was doing, during the section, during the bike chase after the Shagohod, I was saying that I'd been trying to find Eva's line, "You stink," in anywhere online. I found a YouTube video that had like all of Eva's lines, but even in the description of the YouTube video, it said it couldn't find all of them, and "You stink" was one of them. Well, Synthfar was watching that video on YouTube and took it upon themselves to go and scour through the audio files of the game and found the correct file and sent it to me. So it's not available as a sound alert yet. It will be. Synthfile will be fully credited when it goes live, and as an extra thank you, I have also made Synthfar a VIP. So Synthfar VIP status also gives you your own custom intro. So if you wanna send me a link to a 10-second sound clip that you'd like to use for your own personal intro to the stream, then that will work for you.
Kenneth Baker.
Right, let's do this run, shall we? Then I can go to bed. Hopefully, depends how good it is. 5504, that doesn't sound like a PB. That's best segments. That's not right. Game time, yeah, that's correct. 120. That's not my PB actually. I did a practice run on my mini computer downstairs in the lounge over the week. And got a much better time. I can't remember. I think it was 112 or something like that. So that is actually my PB, but obviously I wasn't using live split. I don't have it recorded. So let's see what we can do with this. So new game, extreme. Hold L2 and R2 so that we don't go on to alternate round. And we are going to get this finally 40 minutes in. 3, 2, 1, go. Wahoo. Alrighty, so this is Metal Gear Solid Any Percent PC Extreme. Any Percent PC 2023 and Console Extreme. Or to put it another way, this is Metal Gear Solid Console Any Percent Extreme. The console version of the run is different from the original PC version of Metal Gear Solid 1. I say original PC version, the original PC port of MGS1, which is a god-awful port. It's got some very funky speedrunning tools, but it plays very, very differently for the speedrun through some of those extra tools. This is the console version. This is what was originally released on the PlayStation 1, originally exclusively in Japan, the specific version that we're playing. This is the integral version, which is essentially Japan's director's cut. The original Japanese release on the PlayStation didn't have any difficulty levels, and it didn't have a lot of other stuff that was introduced in the international release. So Kojima went back and sort of gave Japanese audiences a director's cut of sorts with the integral version. The main difference being, for Japanese audiences at least, the difficulty levels were added, but also all of the dialogue is in English. The original Japanese version, obviously the dialogue was in Japanese, but Kojima was such a big fan of the English dub that he wanted his Japanese audience to have the opportunity. There is no Japanese, you can't change the dialogue to Japanese, it's only in English, but you can choose to have Japanese or English captions. We're just waiting for this guard to get out. We're waiting for the elevator to come down. I did a knock there to distract the guards because otherwise he would be back here when the elevator was here, and obviously we don't want that. That's the Jeremy Blaustein credit, so that shows us that it's nearly here. Any percent extreme indeed. For any percent on console, the different difficulties don't actually change a lot. It really is just extreme is the big hitter, where you are very limited on ammo, and you are so limited on rations. So limited, in fact, you can only carry one at a time, and if you are aiming for the top rank, Big Boss rank, then you are only allowed to use one. And in the any percent run, there is one use for it. There is an absolute necessity to use it. So we do not want to have to use any... well, we don't want to have to use any others, but I'm not specifically going for Big Boss. If Big Boss happens, it happens. But there's a lot of things that are going to cause some problems in this run that are going to negate the opportunity for Big Boss. The main one is the Boba Skip. The Boba Skip is a 50-50 chance of getting right. I only have 2 attempts to get it right. Yeah, you can, as I say, you can try it twice. I'm going to play this safe so that I don't take damage. You normally would just run for the... you're allowed 1 free alert in MGS1. In Extreme, any percent. Because there are 4 mandatory alerts throughout the whole game, but in any percent you skip 1 of them. You're allowed 1 free alert, and usually for speedrunning purposes, if you're going for Big Boss rank, that 1 alert you would get in the heliport there. I don't like to get it because you have to be very careful with not taking any damage. And it means I've got I get one free mistake later on. If I was going for big boss rank, I'm almost certainly not going to get big boss rank. I'm just not. I need more practice at this before I get there. But you never know. You never know. As I say, a lot of things have got to go right for big boss rank to work. So we're just going to make our way through the vents. Follow the mice. Follow the mice. Those are Alaskan field mice. Follow the mice. Follow the mice. Then we've got our first sketchy bit. I'm going to throw that over there.
What was that noise?
I knew I'd got that wrong. And that is big boss rank done. And you cannot get a single continue on big boss rank. Can't continue, can't save. But yeah, I let go of that grenade way too early. But we can carry on. The advantage of taking a death there is you reset the room, but the guards reset to where... Ah. Oh.
Snake.
Hey, Deagle.
Did you like my
Sunglasses.
Oh, you point a weapon at
Your own brother? Yeah, the advantage of taking a death there is when you redo the room, you can just run straight to the elevators. The guards are not in your way. Big any percent skip. It's where any percent on all bosses go either way is the vent clip. 2, 3, 6. 2, 6, 7. There we go, and straight in. Beautiful. So that is the vent clip. It's probably the most famous skip in Metal Gear Solid 1, found very, very early on in the speedrun lifespan. That skips a good... on console, you're probably looking at near enough 2/3 of the game. On the original PC version, you're probably looking about half, because the original PC version is much faster. We still have our weapons in here. But yeah, what we do is we go out of bounds by clipping up through that vent. We walk around to the other side of that door over there. And that causes Snake to enter the medical room. And the game goes, you've entered the medical room for the first time. We better play this cutscene. Thankfully, this all works perfectly, because obviously we have no other items yet. We've not picked up any weapons, not picked up any level key cards yet. Thankfully, there is a cutscene coming up where Otacon gives you the level 6 key card, and that just resets everything. It means everything works out quite nicely. We have two tiny bits of backtracking to do. And they are really, really minor. We are hiding under the bed deliberately. Johnny is going to be going on a patrol, and we want to interrupt his patrol by making him think that we've escaped. So we're now going to start crawling out. He's going to go, wait, what? Oh, and then he's going to like, you were just under the bed. I'd say that interrupts Johnny's patrol. It means he's not going to fall asleep at the end of his patrol, which he usually does. It just speeds this section up quite significantly. We're going into the torture. We'll be skipping the torture for 2 reasons. Firstly, skipping the torture is obviously faster. We are going to leave with Otacon. But secondly, the console I say console, this is the Master Collection on PC. The Master Collection on PC is the equivalent of the original console version. So it all sort of fits into the same category. The torture, even on easy difficulty, is still as horrendously difficult as it was when the game first released. I can't beat it on easy. You can use auto fire, and I do actually have turbo set up for this run anyway for skipping codec calls. We're allowed to use turbo to skip codec calls quickly. It stops you from constantly mashing and protects your hands, because as speedrunners, we want to protect our hands. We don't all want carpal tunnel by the time we are in our mid-30s, and I'm already in my mid-30s.
I'll have my fun with
So yeah, much better on the hands to allow turbo. Just for me, I like turbo for those kind of things. I'm not a big fan of turbo being used to overtake to use for in gameplay, but I'll give or take it. I actually don't know whether you're allowed to use turbo in a speed run if you're going for a Merrill run, but there isn't like a board for a Merrill run, so it doesn't really make a lot of difference. Achoo! But yeah, I can't even beat it on easy, never mind extreme. Like, I don't know what kind of superhuman you had to be to do the button mashing on extreme for the... It's just awful. We've now had all of our weapons removed from us. They are in that box over there. Not that we've got much stuff. You know, we've got scope, cigarettes, and some chaff grenades, and that's it. I don't know how anyone does it. It's scary as hell. I'm just not good at mashing anyway. You know, I'm so grateful that we're allowed to use turbo for mashing through codecs, because I can't do it fast enough. Maximum number of rounds here, it is 3. You can go a total of 3 rounds. So you've got your initial round, you've got your second round after your first conversation with Campbell. Oh, excuse me. And then if you mess up the escape with Otacon, you will go for a 3rd round, and then after the 3rd round, the ninja will rescue you. So yeah, if you are going to mash your way through it, make sure you don't screw up the ketchup. You're going to have a bad time.
Hey, I'm here.
Where? Swing. But obviously, if you skip the torture as we've done and then mess this up, then Johnny would just go back to the toilet again. Johnny would go back to the toilet, and then the ninja would save you. There was one run, as far as I'm aware, there was one run in the entire series where you save Merrill and are rescued by the ninja, and that is very easy difficulty on the original PC port, because it's wacky. Right. Take out Johnny. Luckily, the game is very forgiving on deaths, because there's a lot of mandatory kills in this. A lot of other games in the series, mainly because by MGS2 they introduced the tranquilizer gun, so you can actually take out guards without killing them. You can't really do that in this game. The game for big boss rank allows you 25 deaths. Sorry, 25 kills, I should say. Deaths would be Snake dying. Our one little bit of backtracking here is we've got to go down to B2 and grab the PSG-1. We're only going to fire 1 shot from the PSG-1 in the entire game. But, it's useful for another trick. So flip that guard. Around this corner. We've got plenty of time, so we can do this nice and slow. Grab the PSG-1, it'll red out, because we've not beaten any bosses yet. That's how the game determines whether or not you, how much ammo you should have for any weapon, is every time you beat a boss and you rank up, the maximum amount of ammo you can carry goes up. And any weapon that you should never sit in a normal playthrough, you'd never see that happen. You would have always beaten a boss before you picked up the weapon. But the game... by default, most of the weapons you start out allowing 0 maximum ammo until you've beaten a certain boss. So the PSG-1, you can't have any ammo until you've beaten Psycho Mantis, because that's when you then go and get the PSG-1. Oh, that was sketchy. Walking through that minefield. That might have caused it. Soapy Sam seems to... I don't... To be honest, I don't know much about how saves work in this game anymore, because I don't save. Ah, Eli bounced! There he goes. At least something works on this stream. So we get our rank up. We've entered here for the first time, so the game considers, you've just beaten the tank for the first time, so we'll give you a rank up. You'll notice on extreme, your maximum health goes up, but your current health does not. The current health remains the same, and that's one of the things that really causes some problems in extreme. Your health management is so important. We have to take deliberate damage several times throughout this run. It's going to run to here, going to run to the stairs, wait for the guard up there to turn around. Do a quick throw on him. And double tap. And our last tiny little bit of backtracking. Again, this is... I don't know if you need to do this on hard. I have not done hard on console. But you do have to do it on extreme. You do need to go and get the Nikita. Because we are going to be... fighting... oh, and grab some stun grenades from here. You do that on any... Well, you should do that on any difficulty. You don't have to, but it's very risky if you don't. Next rank up. We've entered the commander's room for the first time after the game considers Psycho Mantis to have been defeated. And it shows us the bookcase. The cutscene where the bookcase moves never happened, but luckily the hitbox doesn't exist, so we can just go straight through it. Yeah, we're going to be using the Nikita to take out Raven and Metal Gear. Equip the scarf so we don't hit by any of the wolves. Once we get to Raven, we're actually going to start fighting bosses. The first boss we defeat is Raven, and then after that we defeat every boss normally. It's every boss up until that point we completely skip. Into this cutscene. No skip for this one. Not like Twin Snakes. Or like the PC version. Now we go into the big RNG moment of the run. If this was still on big boss rank pace, then this would be the moment where the game decides whether I can have big boss rank or not. Because we're coming up to the Boba Skip. The Boba Skip is quite legendary at this point. It was discovered a couple of years ago by a streamer called Boba, who of Yogscast, who was playing through this for the first time and accidentally glitched through the door. And it goes a little something like this. So we're going to charge a grenade because we want to trigger the alert. Trigger the alert early, grab some stun grenades and equip them. I'm going to run up the stairs, and what we want to do is we want the stun grenade to explode in Snake's hand and cause him damage. When Snake takes damage, he has 2 different animations that play. And it's as far as we're aware, actually, I think B-Man confirmed it is definitely a 50-50 chance as to which one plays. We want the one that sends him back further because that pushes his hitbox through the door. That's what we're aiming for. So we throw 2 stun grenades there. I've got 2 attempts at this. If I don't get this in 2 attempts, I will take too much damage and I cannot proceed. First try! I am living the best life ever because I beat the video game. I am living the best life ever because I am out of the stairwell of shame. I am the best at video games. And that is the Boba Skip song. Yes, anyone who watched the marathon run, anyone who watched the marathon run on last Thursday will know that it took me a fair few attempts. I could not get it. As I say, it is complete RNG. Obviously, there's a bit of skill in making sure you set it up, but when I did trigger it, it just was not playing for me. So we now have our next glitch. This is called the weapon glitch. We picked up the stinger, but we have no ammo for it. So we're going to do what's called the weapon glitch. I'm going to throw a grenade. I'm going to take some damage from it. So again, more damage. I'm going to use my ration now. And mash loads of buttons. Oh, I let go. Oh, it worked. Nice. And that's the weapon glitch. So we kind of... I don't quite know exactly how it works, but what we've done is we tricked the game into thinking that Snake is carrying the stinger like a grenade. It's going to get to the top of the stairs here. I'm going to charge that grenade. I'm going to have it explode in my hand, so even more damage. And run. So the stinger, because we've used the stinger, it's exploded in our hand. I've got to get past this camera before it turns back on. Excellent. That's good timing. Go to the next one. So because we've used the Stinger's been deleted from our inventory, but because I already went and saw the damn cutscene where, you know, Snake notices that the stairs are broken, the boxes that block the route up these stairs had already been removed. But because we no longer have the Stinger on us, the game goes, oh, you don't have the Stinger on you, so we're not going to play the Otacon cutscene. And that cutscene is what triggers certain things to happen. So we're now on the wrong side. We shouldn't be up these stairs. We shouldn't be allowed up here because we haven't played the Otacon cutscene. I'm just going to grab some more chaff grenades. So all we need to do now is reset the room. When we... Oh, snake. There we go. When we reset the room here, the game is gonna consider what the current state of the game is. The game is gonna go, okay, you are entering comms tower B, and you do not have the Stinger launcher. That means the Otacon cutscene cannot have played. The damn cutscene could have played. Actually, no. It thinks the damn cutscene hasn't played because the damn cutscene won't play if you haven't got the Stinger. That's why we have to get rid of the Stinger. Was that? Oh, I thought that was too early. I'm going to be careful here. I'm going to make sure I get all of these grenade throws right. So it resets the room thinking we have entered this room for the first time without picking up the Stinger. And what does that mean? It means the boxes are back. And because we're on the wrong side of the boxes... Oh, that's fine. Phew. I thought that was a bit sketchy. Because we're on the wrong side of the boxes, we can use a bit of a geometry trick to put Snake on the on top of them. So it's coming up here. I'm going to swap back to my chaff grenades. I'm going to go up against the wall here and scoot down a little bit. Oh, scoot too far down. Up. Oh. It's pretty precise. There we go. Walk off the edge. And there we go. We have now skipped the we've skipped the Hindy. We've skipped the elevator fight. And we are now all the way down here for Sniper Wolf. We're going to go fight Sniper Wolf now, right? Except if you've been keeping up, folks, you'll know that we still don't have any PSG-1 ammo. Yeah, got the lean. So we're going to do the weapon glitch one more time. But rather than trying to delete a weapon, we're going to trick the game into thinking that we've got the sniper rifle equipped. And that removes the barrier in between Snake and Wolf. And we can just walk straight through it. So I'm going to... Perfect first try. So again, exactly the same as before. We just trick the game into thinking that we've got the PSG-1 equipped when we don't, and because we've got the PSG-1 equipped, for some reason the invisible barrier that separates Snake and Wolf doesn't trigger. The last thing we've got to do, we've got one more little bit of backtracking to do, and that is... Oh, please don't shoot me. There we go. I got the line right there. The last little thing we need to do is first, we need to grab some PSG-1 ammo. There we go. And finally, we still haven't actually got the Stinger launcher, which is very, very important. Not having the Stinger is would be very bad news, because you do need the Stinger to defeat Metal Gear Rex. You cannot defeat Metal Gear Rex without it. So... But we still, you know, the game has advanced forwards. The elevator fight doesn't happen. Nothing else happens because the game, the story flags are sequential. There's no, you know, everything happens in order. And if you skip any of those story flags, it doesn't go back. And it's what makes Metal Gear Solid 1 kind of a unique game in the series. There's no other game in the series that really has this level of sequence breaking. There's a little bit of it, but not that much. Not to this degree. Metal Gear Solid 2 kind of does with the Prozac skip, same with Twin Snakes, but it's not really sequence breaking. It's skipping a little bit of... It's saving a little bit of time by going through a door a bit earlier. It doesn't change the flow of the game. Oh! That was unfortunate. Can I live? I'm going to keep going. Against my better judgment, I'm going to keep going. I should, provided everything goes well, I think. I'm trying to think if there's any opportunity for damage at any point. That was unfortunate. The good luck couldn't last forever. There we go. And just to prove to you that I am playing the Master Collection. I mean, I'd at least have to be playing PC for the auto splitter to work. But there's the disc change. For this category, the Master Collection is not the fastest version. It'd be much better. It'd be much faster to play this on the PSTV. But there is some input delay, and I'm not ready for that with this difficulty. Next glitch, we're going to throw a stun grenade there. That's going to, because the stun grenade has exploded outside, that's not going to cause an alert. We throw a grenade here. Throw it over at the, throw it over at that. All of the guards were still stunned from the stun grenade, so they don't hear the grenade. And I'm going to throw one more grenade. And I'm kind of hoping I'm going to get a bat. We're not on big boss rank anyway, so I'm kind of hoping this grenade kills this guard. Yes! Ration! Spare ration. Love it. So yeah, we're not on big boss rank, so I can use as many rations as I like. So let's try and get a decent time in, rather than worrying about trying to salvage a big boss run that's already dead. Because we've already got one loss. I'll equip that ration. We're going to go into this fight here. With this fight, it is possible to do it without taking damage. I'm just going to concentrate on this fight because it is quite tricky. There we go. At least I haven't been shot. He spoke too soon. There we go. Yes, I definitely needed that ration. And that's probably the other run. If you are on big boss rank, that's probably the other run killer. Because that is a very difficult fight to do without taking damage. I've done it. I'm going to play this safe and throw a chaff grenade because there is a camera. You heard the camera go off there. I do believe that camera is random. It randomly starts in a certain location. It is possible to get around it without being shot, but it is, I say, it's random. I believe there is a path, a safe path, no matter what the position is. Either that or you kind of have to know where it is, and I don't understand it, and I cannot find a tutorial on how you get around that camera without getting shot. The original console tutorial for this that's on Metal Gear Speedrunners on the Metal Gear Speedrunners wiki was done by Plywood, and Plywood explains the elevator fight and then goes straight into Raven and did not address that camera. I've watched his run and he moves in a very specific way to get around it, but I can't replicate it. And I don't know if that's because he has some sort of knowledge of where that camera is. Yes, it is 100% RNG. All right, we now go into Raven. This fight is a bit of a doozy. It requires some skill, so I'm going to concentrate. Hi, Heidi. So we're going to equip the Nikita. Mom! Oh, that's not going to work. Yeah, gonna have to reset that fight. Whoopsie. Yeah, that's not easy. That because there's no visual cue from what I can see. There's no visual cue to where that camera is. So listening to the sound of it, Christ. Right, I'm gonna try this again. I was way too far back with that. I fully deserved that death. We'll try this again. As long as I'm not too far forwards where I can just get clipped, this should be good. Look like I got this right during the marathon. First try, that was nice. It's very specific positioning here. If the Nikita was any further away, then Raven can shoot it out of the air. But because Raven doesn't have time to shoot it. So that was good. Second time was good. Obviously, it would have been better if it had been done first time. There you go. Look at all that max health that Snake can have, but we don't get. We do actually get. There are. I don't know if there's any resets before it. There's 2 health resets in the game that I'm aware of. One is when you first get into prison, and of course by that point we haven't taken any damage, and we don't have any max health to go up. The other one, hey Pazzo, the other one is, oh, I'm gonna grab some chakra grenades. The other one is just before fighting Rex. Just before you fight Rex, you get a reset of all of your health back, which is really nice. So yeah, plenty of opportunities to get more health back in an all bosses run, not so much in an any % run. And the Boba skip just made this run harder. Oh yes, sorry, 4. Yeah, actually 4. You get 1 at the beginning of Liquid, and you get 1 at the beginning of Escape. Yeah, I'd not really considered those. You're kind of outside of normal gameplay at that point, so I'd not really considered it. So yeah, 4. Good shout, Cosmic. Run up here. Get some more Codex under our belt. Now, as we are not on big boss rank, and I'm going to be going for a Stinger backup, I am going to be killing the guard here with the Stinger launcher until I get a ration. Say, there's no point. I might as well play it safer. I'm not going for big boss rank now. I'm going for a good time, and having a spare ration for Rex will be very helpful. You can only carry 1 ration at a time, so as soon as I've got 1, then that's it. I shouldn't be taking any damage at this point anyway. Not until Rex. I mean, if Rex goes well, I shouldn't be taking any damage from Rex, but it is the tough boss. So swap to the Stinger, shoot, and hope. No, no, that was no ration drop. You can do this in a run. It's absolutely acceptable to kill that guard because we've got we're allowed 25 kills. Ah, I like the enthusiasm of that name. Oh, we've got a rather tough pit here where we can instantly die. Just like that. So yeah, contrary to Snake is not dead now following the channel, Snake is indeed dead. There we go. Second time's the charm. Yeah. You just have to get that movement right. It is very, very tricky. Of course, if you were playing, if you were playing all bosses, if you were actually playing the game normally, you'd probably have some more health at this point. That was such a good time to follow. Ah! And now I'm over here. You can see all the lovely paneling going on behind us. Or at least you will be able to when I put some better lighting up so that we can see it properly. I haven't changed anything to do with my mic. I haven't touched the microphone. I haven't changed any filters or anything. I'm hoping that the addition of all of that and the addition of some of the other stuff in the room, it should have filled out the room and there should be less echo. I have no idea if it's noticeable because I can't hear myself, but hopefully you guys can. We've only got 4 alerts, so hopefully the rat's here. I don't know why I instinctively went over there. I should have instinctively went over there because the rat is over here. This rat is always over here for me. The rat's not here either. Which means the rat is in the 3rd position, which is the worst position. Which is like over there somewhere. And it's horrible to try and get to. So we just got to keep sort of going backwards and forwards until the rat comes out here. Nope. Let's keep an eye out in case we see it. Where's the rat? I only have 4 alerts. The rat should be here. For those who don't know what's going on, where the freaking hell is the rat? How to make what? Come on, rat. The rat only appears and will have eaten the PAL key if you've got 11, if you've got 10 or less alerts. In any other category of this run, we would have alert farmed to make sure we've got at least 11 because it's faster. Yay! Because it's faster to not have to shoot the rat. But the rat has RNG as to whereabouts he spawns. That was horrible, quite frankly. Thanks, rat. Always appreciate it. There we go. Apparently I'm still ahead. I've had really bad rat RNG. That sounds horrendous, doesn't it? Oh, rat RNG. Really bad rat RNG. That sounds like a disease. Oh, really bad rat RNG today. Oh, it itches like mad. Right here. Right behind the ear. All right, next attempt to try and get a ration. We don't have many of these attempts. Come on. Yay! We did it! Ration! Spare ration. Wonderful! Right, so now we can go and put in PAL key numero uno. Camera is absolutely fine. Doesn't matter about alerts at this point. If we were doing big boss runs, we would have not worried about. We would have tried to get past the camera. Go there. Do a little bit of one of these, and we can now go and freeze the key. So we have to go all the way back to the warehouse where we fought Raven and freeze the key. Once we get there, it takes 61 seconds for the free to keys. The free to keys. That's what we're saying from now on. The free to keys. It takes 61 seconds for the free to keys. So while we're in there, we'll grab some extra ammo, but that's about it. There's not much else to do. So yeah, chat amongst yourselves. I should probably have a drink. Actually, no, I shouldn't have a drink. My drink's full of caffeine. I don't want any more caffeine. I want to go to bed. Move around these in a very specific route so that I don't get attacked by any of them. And into the warehouse. That's it. We're now waiting 61 seconds. Let's grab some Nikita. We don't need Nikita missiles. We just need Stinger missiles. There's another pack of Stinger missiles on the opposite side of the room. There's Raven's gun. Raven's body is gone because he was eaten by his ravens. Some more Stinger ammo. And we're gonna grab the backup Stinger ammo now as well. So in Warehouse North, which is the room we're going to go back into, there's a set of stairs to the right. There's 2 packs of ammo up there. It's just for safety, because I've been using extra ammo to destroy, to kill. I killed 2 extra guards with that ammo. So I'm 2 shots down, and I'm not perfect at the Rex fight. We're not going for anything amazing here, so I am going to double check the card. I have had some bad luck. It's not really luck. There we go. It's not really luck that I've missed out on, because you know, that was definitely correct. I was the live split timer showed 101. I was more than enough through that. But let's double check. Yep, it's cold. Throw another one of these. There we go. I should have thrown that a little bit earlier. So yeah, we do lose a little bit of time there, but it's better. it's safer to grab that, and it's the only place that I can find any. We talked about this a little while ago. I was trying to find extra ammo. The only other option would be to try and grab it in the Rex fight, and that's just not a good idea at all, surprisingly enough. There is some more ammo to grab in the blast furnace. We do have something to do in the blast furnace whilst we're waiting for the card key to heat up. But obviously before we do that, we've got to get down here and put the cold pal key in. We don't need to. We got our ration now, so I don't need to keep shooting this guard. So instead, we're going to do a different method. I'm going to start skating and just kick him to the ground and get around here before he spots me. Lovely. Oh, I didn't have the PAL key equipped. That could have been nasty. Not having the PAL key equipped would have caused me a problem. Can't seem to get around that camera anymore. You used to be able to just walk. I used to be able to just walk left and I get around that camera, but I don't seem to do it anymore. Up against the wall, that's the perfect amount of time just to wait for that guard. And then just a little bit more skating. Skating here, I should probably explain. Skating, which is equipping and unequipping Snake's current weapon, resets Snake's walk animation. As a result, he never puts a foot down if you're doing it. So as he never puts a foot down, he doesn't make a noise on the grates. Very, very handy trick. Right, now we get to go all the way back to the blast furnace and heat the key. Oh joy. It's the only thing with the any % run. This is why one reason I really do prefer console to PC now, because the amount of stuff that we've managed to skip in here. If you're playing the original PC port, you don't have anywhere near as much backtracking to do with like going back and getting the stinger and other stuff like that. The whole Tower B sequence is done instantly instead of doing the weapon glitch and hey, let's back. Instead of doing the whole weapon glitch and all of that, you just do a quick you walk into the room, you do a quick out of bounds trick, and you go down and you're into Sniper Wolf. It's super fast. It skips the any % vent glitch in the original PC port. Skips a good as I say, it's probably about 2/3 of the game, and as a result, about at least half of the run, if not more, is just the PAL key sequence. Whereas it's there's a little more going on in a console any % run, which I prefer. And also the PC port run's gotten stupid with the whole removing minimum load or minimum install. That's it. Like, we deliberately mess with the files so that you don't play the cutscenes. It's makes the game the version of the game is already super inaccessible, and I just think it's made the barrier for entry even worse. And it feels hard to justify. Oh, what's happened to all your cutscenes? None of them seem to be playing at all. Even the ones that are supposed to play, the dialogue just ends instantly. Oh yeah, I edited some of the files so that they don't contain any of the dialogue, so it skips the dialogue file. Oh, yeah, that doesn't, to me, that just doesn't sound, it doesn't sound very good, does it? But each to their own. The community decided that it was allowed, so they allowed it. Right, we do have some stuff to do in here. I've got to make sure I don't get killed by this theme. I've got 2 journeys through here to do. Ooh! I threw that chaff grenade way too early, so I'm going to throw another one here. I got plenty of chaff grenades because we're about to pick up some more here. Stinger, chaff, stinger. Back in before I can get shot. Right, I now need to make sure that I do not get hit by steam on the way out. Oh! I was slightly too far forwards. I was like a step too far forwards. This is where I kept going wrong. I kept doing this during the marathon. It's difficult to see in here. Right, stand well back. That one above me doesn't hurt. Again, that one's above me. There's only 2 that can actually hurt you. Cool. We can't rely on live split now for the timer, so instead we are going to use a visual indicator. But I am going to double check the key. That guard is going to go for a wander to the left. He's then going to come back. He's going to walk down the stairs, and the moment he gets to the bottom of the next catwalk and turn to the left, the card should be heated. There we go. 1 heated card. You do have to be careful in the blast furnace with the 65 seconds because when you're going in and out of the steam room, I'm always still going into the wrong camera. Every time you go in or out of the steam room, the timer pauses slightly whilst the game loads the room. And it adds up. You go through 4 different loading screens, and I believe it's random how long it takes. Something about it. So you have to be very careful in there. It's very easy to leave too early. So once again, I'm going to throw a chaff grenade here because I want to hold on to my stinger ammo. Can move as soon as the chaff grenade lands. Oh, dip!
Base, send backup! Alert! Incoming raid from Metal Glen Solid with 12 raiders.
Hello, Metal Glen Solid! And hello, raiders! Welcome to the Nick RP stream. We are running Metal Gear Solid 1 Any %, as you can probably tell. Oh, there's something wrong with that raid. Raid alert again. It's too hot. Please send me liquid nitrogen. What? It's too hot where you are? I'm freezing. I've been ill for the last couple of days, so I keep having like really cold flushes. I'm all right. I'm okay at the moment, but yes, welcome everyone. We are coming slowly towards the end of a MGS1 Any Extreme run. I did this run for Prevent-a-thon over the weekend. I say over the weekend. It was actually Thursday. It was day 1. It was an okay run, but the one thing out of all of my practice and stuff, there's Eli again. Out of all of my practice and stuff, I still haven't actually got a decent PB to upload to speedrun.com. So that is the intention of this run. Bloody hell. It's October. What the frick? I mean, it's about to be November. That's insane. Oh. Okay. Luckily I've got spare chaff grenades. I don't know why I held. Remind me not to go to the Midwest. I'm trying to Midwest. Okay. I already did. You count Minnesota as the Midwest? Technically it is. That does sound, yeah, because it's like one of the most central northern points of the US. I did actually watch a Second Wind. Yahtzee did a video on how he remembers the names of all 52 states, and I watched it. Really dumb. Oh right, 50. Oh, is it 50 states? Did I say the wrong number? I thought it was 50. I thought it was 52. Whoops. Whoopsie. No, it was the correct number. I'd have to test myself and see if I remember how we did it all and whether I probably couldn't. I know where California is, I know where New York is, I know where Minnesota is, and I know where Florida is. Oh, and I know where Texas is. Everyone knows where Texas is. Alright, so we're gonna clippy 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 pew 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 pew. Now we're going to get around this camera without triggering it, because you can't get spotted by it that way. And we are into the metal, well, almost into the Metal Gear Rex time. Yeah, we know the simple ones. No, I lost Big Boss. I lost Big Boss rank in the tank hangar. No, one day I would like to come back to this at some point and actually attempt it, because I have never gotten a Big Boss rank or Foxhound rank for MGS3 in any game in the series. Never done it. And one day I'd like to actually do it. 50 states and 1 district. Oh crap! I haven't called Archon. No. I hope I should still have time. He should answer in time. Yeah, I'll be fine. Yeah, it does help if you actually. It does help if you actually call it. Is that district Puerto Rico? Because I've been hearing a lot in the news about Puerto Rico recently. Oh, DC. Oh yeah. All right, need to concentrate on this fight. This one's a doozy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So equip the Stinger. Equip the body armor just in case. Fire. Fire. I'm gonna dodge. Oh, I always, it's just slightly too fast for me. That was better. Picking up glitchless. Oh god.
In front of you, I can finally die. After Zanzibar,
Glitchless. I have no idea how glitchless works on Extreme. I've done glitchless on easy PC. I don't think glitchless PC really makes the difference between PC and console is that much different, except you can skip cutscenes instantly. And anyway, concentrate. Okay, I'm not in a very good position here. I'm going to equip that just in case. Oh! So my positioning's a bit off here. There we go, we can reset now. We're okay. Oh! I didn't hit that shot. No, what? No, I'd come out of it! I'd come out of it! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh dear. That was better. That was a better first phase. No. It's learning the game as if vent glitch and GME don't exist. Yeah, as I say, I've done it on easy. I haven't actually done all bosses extreme on any version of the game. I've done any percent. For the original PC port, I did any percent for all difficulties. I've done all bosses for very easy and easy. Right, let's try this again. Oh, I'm too far forwards. I have to move. What? I don't get it. I'm leaning. Okay, we got there eventually. Ever done the tower ascension without GME? Ooh. Right, as you can see, I'm still 14 minutes ahead. That's how bad my PB had, because I was still like I was still learning it. And I don't think I ever got another run done. So yeah. 2 attempts at Rex. So disappointing, but I don't get it. I swear I was leaning, but it's a tricky fight. It's the hardest bit of this run. Right, gonna mute the audio so that I can't hear it, and we'll go for an infinite loop. I got this right first try during the marathon, but I kicked slightly too early. I left him on like 1 sliver of health. So here's hoping I can do this a little bit better. At this height, it will kill even you. Right. Infinite liquid, here we go. First try.
Have at you, Snake.
Bang on. Absolutely spot on.
Hurry!
They once called me the best in Europe, and there was a reason for it. I'm not consistent. I'm looking at the wrong camera again, aren't I? I'm not consistent enough to be considered the best in Europe anymore.
I got him. Let's go.
Take this guy out.
I got it.
Snake, jump in. Kaboom.
Snake, hold on.
Ah! Yep, this is going to be a PB. This is going to be enough to at least submit to speedrun.com, because as much as I'd like to keep doing... Oh, let's shoot. As much as I would like to keep doing this and try and grind out for Big Boss, we do have a charity series that I kind of stepped away from for several weeks to get some, to get some marathon practice done. 4, 5, 6. Buzz. Ooh, there we go. Oh, he moved all the way to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 shots. 2, 3, 4, 6. 7 shots to kill these guards. Yeah. Yeah, the road to the Metal Gear Solid Pentology series has been on the back burner for a couple of weeks. This is a series where I'm intending to run all 5 games in the Pentology of the Master Collection, back to back to back. It's not over yet. It's true. Nice. Oh, missed. this fight doesn't really change much between difficulties. Only Liquid has more health, and also he is a lot faster to shoot you. Got both transition shots. Oh, I got the first quick shot. Got the second quick shot. Third quick shot. I feel like these quick shots are easier on... Oh, he spoke too soon. I feel like these quick shots are easier on harder difficulties. I don't get anywhere near the same consistency on easy. And for all intent and purposes, I pretty much exclusively run easy and extreme. Yes, I do run very easy, but for all intent and purposes, very easy is just easy. As far as this fight is concerned, it's identical. That should put me in the right position to just... Oh, not if he shoots me and I go out of... Oh, no. Liquid. Stop being a dick. There we go. Yeah. 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 There we go. Gameplay is over. This is going to be a nearly 12.5 minute PB. Finally, a decent run. Well, hardly. A run good enough to submit to speedrun.com with splits and recording, which I haven't had before. I would not have wanted to put my marathon run on here. But yeah, this will do. This is enough. Yeah, I would like to come back to this and try. I do think this is my best shot at actually getting Big Boss for the first time. I think it's between this and Metal Gear, maybe? I don't know. I don't like Metal Gear. Don't like Metal Gear's Big Boss route. It's not very nice. Right, we do need to, unfortunately, mute the game audio because this song is notorious for getting copyright struck. Oh, I have gone chilly. Oh, it's getting cold over here. Also, I'm ill, so I'm getting chills. Spitfire guy has broken multiple records lately, and they are literally looking unbeatable. That's awesome. I'll be honest, I don't actually pay that much attention to the boards. So I'm not overly clued in with who's doing what. I do know that Glenn, you recently bought down the PC All Bosses Extreme world record, mainly because of the new tech with the minimum install. But obviously that still requires the skill to then also beat it. Wow, that's impressive. I'll have to check that out at some point. Yeah, I probably, as far as the MGS series goes, I'm not really gonna. I'm chasing the only world record I'm currently going to be chasing is the Metal Gear Anthology. Sorry, not Metal Gear Anthology. The Metal Gear Solid Master Collection speed run of just under 5 hours. Yeah, I'm kind of past. I've had world records in. Actually, I have a world record in Metal Gear Solid 1 at the moment. I've got this run, but on very easy. I do actually have the world record for this, unless that's now been beaten by this Spitfire guy. Oh, I didn't stream last week, so you didn't miss anything. I had a break last week because my father-in-law came over. I was on holiday from work for a week, and we redecorated this room. You may notice that there is nice acoustic paneling now behind me. Oh, it is still there. Yay! The heck are these moving lines? Oh yeah, that's the other nice thing about the PC port. You can skip the credits. Battle Station tour. We can do another one. Kind of did it towards the start, but we can do another one once this is done. Yeah, we've got the nice new acoustic paneling up on the wall. We've got the boxes are back. You remember my old studio in my old flat? We had boxes up. They're now back, but they're not directly behind me as they were before. The wall here on this side has been painted grey to match the other two walls. The other two walls have also been repainted just so that they definitely matched. But that's got painted, and we took that dark blue animal wallpaper down. Jesus. That is quite the effort. That's a lot of grinding, if it's PAL key 5. Ooh. Jeez. That was the one reason I stopped. So I grinded the PC the PC port. I grinded that for a while, trying to get very easy and easy world records. I did get the very easy world record at one point, and then lost it again. And I just had to stop grinding because I was just getting to a point where it was just either Boba Skip Trip messed me up or PAL key messed me up, and I was just getting bored. 6 is the god, so if it was 5 every time, then there is a bit of extra time save there. So minimal, everything else has got to be perfect. But that's the thing with the any % run of this, particularly on the easier difficulties. They have been like labbed out so much that there's really not much wiggle room left. And it's why I've kind of been reluctant to come back to Metal Gear Solid 1 as, when I first started speedrunning properly and I was streaming to, speedrunning twice a week, I was running Metal Gear Solid 1 pretty much exclusively. But these days I don't play it as much because it's a very, very grindy run. Yeah, it's just not worth the stress. And the other thing for me is I can't stick with the same run for too long. I like mixing it up. Eventually, I would like to learn every game in the series. I don't think it'll ever happen because there's just too much. Like, I'm not learning Acid 1. Maybe every mainstay series, every Metal Gear Solid. I've already done Survive. I might do Rising eventually. But yeah, I'm more, I get more of a kick out of learning than like grinding for records and stuff. So I will be attempting obviously the master collection pentology. If I don't get it first try, I will try again depending on how close I am. But we need a bit more practice at a couple of other games first, and I need to do the Metal Gear duology again before we can go back to it. Right, I do need to hold X here because there is actually a cutscene to skip. We can't skip this one. I can, however, re-enable the game audio, so that's good.
The vector? Yes, sir.
Oh.
Should become activated soon, right on schedule. Yes, sir. I recovered all of Rex's dummy warhead data. No, sir. My cover is intact. Nobody knows who I really am. Yes, the DARPA chief knew my identity, but he's been disposed of. Yes. Thank you. Goodbye, Mr. President.
And let's see that score screen. It is definitely a PB. The run that I did on my PC downstairs where I didn't record it, I didn't have live split, was a 112. This is a 108.13. So it's sub 110, which is really nice. 108.13 is good. As I say, 110 kind of seems to be the first sort of milestone. The second milestone would be a sub 105. My sum of best is a 54.58, which is definitely not correct. I need to check through some of my splits because some of those are definitely wrong. 5 continues. Obviously, the biggest problem with that should be. Pretty good. Thank you. Pretty good is acceptable. Yeah, I'm pretty good. I wouldn't go. It definitely wouldn't go any further than that. Thank you, Rusi. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, for Liquid Infinite, it took me a long time. I would just, every time I sat down at my computer, I would just load that save file up and I would just give it a crack for 10 minutes over and over and over again. And then I'd leave it. And then the next time I came back to my computer, I'd load it up and for another 10 minutes over and over again. And eventually I just got good at it. It is, the metronome does help. Boba skip is tricky, but once you've got the hang of it, it then just becomes the coin flip, which is the biggest issue with the boba skip. But at least you get to sing the song. It was Prevent-a-thon. I sang the song during Prevent-a-thon, even though I did not get the boba skip first try. I think it was like 4th try or something like that. I kept taking damage from the grenade that I threw through the door. But yeah, they clipped the song and posted it on social media. It was really nice. But yeah. If you've been watching the VOD of this run, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I would like to get better at this, but the other things do take precedence at the moment. But who knows? I might come back to this at some point, and see if maybe one day I could finally get my first big boss rank. Wouldn't that be great? But yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Go watch another one of my videos. And that seems quite nice. Nice of a way to. It seems quite nice for a way to finish the VOD with an Eli at the end. That was perfect. We're up to 217 Eli bounces. For anyone who's not seen that before, the Eli bounce. If you're on YouTube, apologies, there is no channel points on YouTube. But the Eli bounce is a channel point reward where every time it gets used, it increases in size by 1 pixel in height and 1 pixel in width, and it also increases in cost by 1 channel point. So eventually we'd love to see it sort of get bigger and bigger. We started at 100 by 100. So by now we're on 317 by 317. I have seen what it looks like at over 1,000, and it's just dumb as hell. So I'd love to see it. Anyway, let's do that another quick tour of the studio so that you can have a look-see. If we switch on over to this screen, this one. All right, so as a better view for you guys here, ignore the mess on the bed. I'm still gonna put some of that stuff away. But yeah, that's the acoustic paneling. I don't know if it's making a difference. It should mean that my voice isn't as echoey. The only thing is there's not much on the wall behind the computer at the moment, so that's a bit echoey. So that will obviously help, but I need to put some stuff on that wall now as well. I do have some more panels. You can see them on the bed at the back there. I bought another pack because Heidi suggested I should put some more across it. You can't see the top actually. If I there we go. You can see that there is just enough space for one more row across the top. So we're not going to like cut them in half so that they touch the ceiling, but we can put one more in across the top, and that'll look quite nice. And then if there's any spare, I can MGS2 paneling. It actually, yeah. I'd not really thought of that. The hexagons kind of do have a bit of an MGS2 feeling, just a bit more colourful, obviously. But yeah, I really like it. Heidi has reliably informed me that it does absolutely jack shit to stop my voice traveling through that wall. But that's not really the point of it. The point of it is to stop it, is to stop the voice bouncing off and making the room echoey. And there's loads of, you don't have to, if you if you struggle with that in your own streams, you don't have to go out and buy loads of acoustic paneling. I've done it because I really like the look of it and we're planning on being here for a long time. But just filling your room with stuff is the best thing you can do. Blank walls are your worst nightmare. You want to fill your room with stuff, shelves, crap. If I switch my camera, where's my camera? There it is. I switch my camera back to that one. There we go. You can see that there's all this stuff here. If I come right out of the way, so the boxes are back up. I hope my head's not in the way because I can't see whether it is or not. The boxes are back up. They're not filled yet. They are empty, so that's not doing much to help the echo. But we will be filling those. We've got Lego. I've got all of my game boxes, my PS2 games, PS1 games, Wii games, Sega Mega Drive games, NES games, PSP games. What haven't I said? I think that's it. I've got two GameCube games. One of them's in the cabinet because it's Twin Snakes, and the other one is Spyro the Dragon, Enter the Dragonfly. So the boxes are back up. None of this has really changed. You might be able to see there's a new little stand here. I actually need to do some more with that because there's another bit to do with it. But the big change is Heidi's area. I'll show the picture again, assuming I can find it again. I'll show you the picture of what it looked like. Open link, 'cause it really does require the before and after for you to really appreciate what happened with this. So let me pop on over to here. So this was the before. This camera shot is taken from where my computer is right now. It's kind of taken from the back left corner of the room. So you can see underneath the sheets and stuff, that's mine and Heidi's computer under sheets so that they don't get covered in paint and stuff like that. The space there, it recesses backwards. It's not that easy to tell that it recesses backwards. And then there's a cupboard to the right that sticks out. That was originally built-in wardrobes when we first moved in. Those wardrobes were probably built 20 years ago. They were awful. They did not hang correctly. It was just awful. And I think it was the third day I was in this house, I ripped them out. I took a screwdriver, I took out every screw, and I pulled everything out. And that was what was left. Barely any carpet on the floor, because it wasn't carpeted properly, because it was just, as I say, it was just a built-in wardrobes that didn't need to be carpet down. And there was some spare bits of carpet just in the bottom of them, but they were just loose. And then, this horrible green paint, which is what clearly what the room used to be before it got painted grey. You can also see the door over on the right-hand side is just horrible. Like it not been painted. It's all cracked and it's just really bad. So it needed quite a lot of love. But my father-in-law has been absolutely fantastic. Basically, throughout the week, he tackled this corner. This is Heidi's corner. Heidi's desk just sort of fit in that corner. And that was about it. We put a temporary curtain up just so that it kind of blocked a bit of the wall. And that was it. And that's how it's been since we moved in, since February. So 10 months ago, something like that. I'm not doing the maths. That was it. But yeah, Heidi's dad pretty much did the whole of that corner. I did some painting of it, and then I sort of painted the rest of the room, all the skirting boards and all of that, whilst he tackled that corner. And I'm very pleased to show you that now, hang on, Alexa, turn on the main light.
Okay.
Oh crap, Alexa, turn off the main light.
Okay.
Main light is the bedroom light. That's probably just disturbed Heidi.
Not sure how to help you with that.
Alexa, turn on the studio light.
Okay.
There we go. Alexa, turn the studio light up to 100%.
Okay.
There's Heidi. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I completely forgot that. Well, I need to come up with a better rhyming scheme, a better naming scheme for all these lights because they don't work currently. Slowly getting every light in the house to be smart. The landing light was the most recent one to get added. But yeah, they're not named correctly. That light's kind of given a bit of extra light. It's pretty dark in that area. The light doesn't really hit it because there's a lampshade. I need a new lampshade as well because it's yellow and it doesn't really work. But anyway, oh, hey, Eli. I try and follow it every time. Anyway, here we go. And so from that horrible yellowy green disaster of mess, we have concluded with this beautiful work area for Heidi. Nice blackout blinds so that I can stop the light coming in during the stream. Heidi's chair and her. Let me just quickly go and move Heidi's chair. You can have a look at this wall. Isn't that a great wall? I painted that wall. So good. But yeah, here we go. I've moved Heidi's chair out of the way, so you got a bit of a better view. Obviously, you got to go over my computer to see it. Yeah, that is now Heidi's new workstation. That desk is now built in. It's just a piece of offcut wood, which has got a nice finish on the top of it, and that's now built into the wall. Shelving for stuff, because Heidi needed somewhere to put loads of filing and stuff like that, so she's actually got a proper workstation. Her old those are old desk drawers, which I do now have a rebuilt top to put on. And yet there's a computer. It's down there. And that's actually on a little plinth as well. Heidi's dad built a little plinth because I said I never like putting a computer on the floor, particularly if the floor is carpeted. You should never ever put a computer on a carpeted floor, because it just sucks up dust. You shouldn't really put a computer on any floor. It should always be raised off the floor. But it's not as bad if you put it on a hard floor. But yeah, if it's carpeted, absolutely raised. That's why my computer is on this little table. You can sort of see it amongst the donuts and my leg. And yeah, so yeah, that's Heidi's new workstation, which I hope you'll agree. Yes, Heidi's is technically my desk was Heidi's back in the old flat, but when we moved, it made more sense for me to have the corner desk and for her to have the smaller desk. That was my desk when we were in the flat, but now that desk has been pulled apart. We've got the new system. We want to put some lights up so that it looks nice and shiny and flickery. Also the wall, all of the door frames and stuff, and the cupboard door have been completely repainted. I haven't repainted the door because it doesn't look too bad. And I was so sick of painting. But yeah, everything else has been completely redone. The side of that wall next to the cupboard is, I promise, grey. It's just with the pink, it kind of looks like it's still green, but it's not. It is all grey. But yeah, I hope you'll agree that is a massive improvement there. Blind on the little window above me, which doesn't have a cord because we bought a cheap one and it was missing. There's a light, there's all my consoles, and there's me. Yeah, that is. I can't really pull my camera back to sort of show you my workstation very well, but you sort of get the idea. There's kind of Pepsi Max that I've not opened. Yeah, you sort of. Yeah, it's great. It's still not 100% finished, but it's now more down to just sort of filling it with the stuff that we want it to be filled with, putting lights up where we want lights to be, and hexagons, getting the rest of the hexagons up, and sort of deciding what we're going to do with some of the blank space in the wall. I don't think we've got I think we've got enough hexagons so there'll be spares. Because I only needed like 6 blue ones and the minimum size was a pack of 12. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's 17. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spots left. So I'll have 10 hexagons left over. 10 hexagons left over. So yeah, we'll probably put some up sort of around the desk to try and stop some of the sound bouncing off of these walls next. But yeah, that's the new, I say new studio, it's all the same studio, it's just a hell of a lot nicer. It's been a long time since we've decorated anything in this room. In this house, the last thing we decorated was over the Easter weekend. We decorated Alex's room. That was desperate. And the next thing will either be, excuse me. The next thing will either be our living room or mine and Heidi's bedroom, because both of those are quite desperate. We have already done the kitchen as well. Well, we've done the dining room and most of the kitchen. There's a little bit more of the kitchen to do, but it's like up above cupboards and stuff like that, and it's a bit shit. So yeah, that's it. That's what we've done. I hope you like it. Obviously, I've still got some lighting to do to make the stream look a bit better. The colours are all a little bit off at the moment. But we will get that fixed and make everything look nice and shiny. I need to find my other spot and make sure that I've got a way of controlling it, because actually it's probably going to have to go over on that side of the room, which means I'm going to need another wall plug light Alexa thing. Yeah, one of those things. Anyway, that is going to be it for tonight's stream. I did say at the very start it was going to be a short one. I know it has only been a couple of hours. We only got one run done, but I am very tired. I am kind of I'm going in and out of an illness at the moment, and I can already feel myself starting to get cold again. So I'd really like to just get snuggled up in bed and get warm again. Yeah, you might be able to hear from my voice that my throat's a bit. There he lies there. Oh, it's so cool. Light's actually not pointing at me. Don't know if that makes a difference. Much of a difference. So yeah. I'll still be doing stuff. This Thursday stream, it is Halloween. So I should probably play or speedrun something Halloween related. Now I only have 2 horror games that I have speedrun before, if you can call Metal Gear Survive a horror game. I mean, it's a horrible game. I ran it for Horrible Thon? Horrible Thon? That doesn't sound right. What was the name of that marathon? Was it Horrible Thon? I can't remember. Horror-ibble. I think it was Horror-ibble Games or Horror-ibble Marathon, something like that. Where it was either games that are horror based or games that are just horrible. So yeah, I did. I did Metal Gear Survive for that. I can tell you now, I am not doing Metal Gear Survive on Thursday. I can't remember it. The run also needs prep before, and that's the thing with Metal Gear Survive. You have to prep the run because you have to go out, you have to go into the world beforehand because it's New Game Plus, and you have to get all the resources you need, make sure you got enough ammo, and oh god, Survive speedrunning is just a pain in the fucking arse. Oh, I was so glad to leave it behind. It's a great run. It's really funny. It's a dumb run, and I'm glad that I learned it, but I cannot recommend it. The only other horror game that I've ever learned is Choo Choo Charles, and I don't really have much to do with Choo Choo. I mean, there's other categories. I've ran any percent glitchless pretty much now. I ran any percent when the game was first released, and eventually any percent kind of became any percent glitchless because a big glitch was discovered and they kind of separated the two. There was a 100% run as well, but I don't really think I can make a full stream out of just running Choo Choo Charles. I can remember it. I'd probably be fine, but it's also not the most engaged. Choo Choo Charles is a lot of just running over a really crappy graphical area because we turn the graphics down to the absolute minimum because the game is optimized like shit. So you've got to run it on the basic settings so that you don't start horribly and it's faster. So yeah, I don't really want to run Choo Choo Charles. I don't really have any other horror game. There's no other sort of Metal Gear horror games that I know of, unless anyone else can think of something. So I could just try and get the world record in Joliant Fun Park. We'll just do Joliant Fun Park for 4 hours straight over and over again. Yeah, that probably doesn't sound very good. So what I'm thinking is I haven't actually done a casual stream of something in a very long time. I'm primarily speedrun now, and I've been meaning to do a casual stream. Next week, we will get back into Metal Gear 2, we will get the duology done, and we will get properly back into the Pentology series, because I now need to determine which weekend I'm going to do the run. I'm going to do all 5 games back to back because I need to set aside 5 hours for that run. Well, there he goes again. I can't hear it because I haven't got my headphones on. So I might play through. Oh my god, I could play Dead by Daylight. I could go back to where my streaming journey began and play Dead by Daylight. Don't think that's a good idea. But yeah, what I'm gonna opt to do here, folks, is I'm gonna let you folks decide. Head over to the Discord server, which I will drop you a linky poo right now. Have a link to the Discord server. Head on over to the Discord server and give me your suggestions. I'm not gonna make it a vote. I'm not gonna make it. It's not gonna be first come first serve or whatever. I just want to see people's discussions and let me know what you want me to play. Obviously, it has to be within reason. It either needs to be a game I already own like a game that is relatively cheap to buy because I'm not made of money, particularly not these days. I own most of the games in the Resident Evil franchise, and I've never really played them. Visage, I've definitely not played it because I've not heard of it. I think you can view what games people own on Steam, right? Can't you? There's a way of doing that. I have no idea, but yeah, there's a link to games. Let me copy that. There you go. Have a look through. That is the link to my Steam games list. So have a look through that if you want to get some ideas. I don't know if you can filter. Can you filter? Yeah, I mean you can search for a game. You can't like filter by horror or something like that. But if I search for Resident Evil, for example, the only Resident Evil game I've ever finished is 5. I've played through the Leon chapter of 6. I started the campaign of the main character of 5 on 6. But I can't remember I can't remember what his name is. Chris Redfield. I started Chris Redfield's campaign on 6, but never got any further with it. There's a really weird noise coming from the other side of the wall. My neighbour's doing something weird. But yeah, like I don't own. I thought I did own like the Resident Evil 2 remake. Sure, I own the Resident Evil 2 remake. But maybe it's not on Steam. Maybe I own it somewhere else. Maybe I like got it through. Oh, I bet I got it through Amazon or something. I'm sure I got it for free. Sure, I own it. I don't know. Spook. Yeah. Yeah. Give me your suggestions. And if no one comes up with anything, I'll figure something out for Thursday. Right, let's have a look at who we're going to raid. It is Raid-tober, and October hasn't finished just yet. It's 29th. Thursday stream will be the last day of October. So let's have a look and see who we are gonna raid today. Who are we gonna raid? I've got 5 people live. James Stephanie Sterling is streaming Sonic and Shadow Generations. I do want to get Sonic and Shadow Generations, but I'm not intending on streaming it because everyone and their mothers is streaming it, so there's no point. Let's go. L Beanox is playing Balatro. I do like me some Balatro. So let's raid El Beanorino, who is playing some Balatro. Well, thank you all very much for joining in. Obviously, if you're on YouTube, then there is no stream. There is no stream. There is no raid because raiding is not a thing on YouTube. Sort of. There is something that you can kind of do for raiding on it, but it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It's not the same thing. Yeah. I'll see you on Thursday. I promise Thursday will be a full stream. It will be 8 till sort of midnight, as I usually do. Unless I'm ill. If I'm still ill, I've got worse. Hey, load back one more time. If I'm still ill, then yeah, obviously I won't. But hopefully it'll be fine. But yeah, thank you all very much for joining in. And go throw some keratin frogs over at Albino Reno because they deserve them. See ya.